Today we're going to look at what many consider to be the greatest story ever told. There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had and set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. He couldn't care less about his father. He wants his money. After he'd spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. Hard times have come. Men are out of work. Famine has come to the city. Eventually he finds a job feeding pigs, but no one gave him anything. He comes to his senses and says, "I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired men.' But while still a long way off, his father saw him, and filled with compassion, he ran to his son, threw his arms around him and kissed him. The son begins to stammer out a confession. 'Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father won't hear another word. He cries, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and he's found.' So they began to celebrate." Now what's this a picture of? God's attitude towards the sinner. You may have not thought of God for many a long day, but there has not been a single day that God has not thought of you and loved you. And ultimately, He showed this love in sending Jesus Christ, His Son, to die on a cross. The Bible puts it like this in 1 Peter 3 verse 18. Christ suffered for sins once for all time. He never sinned, but He died for sinners to bring you home safely to God. If you turn back on your sin today and trust in Jesus Christ's death on the cross for your sin, while you're still a long way off, God will run to meet you. Or for those who want to have God's loving arms around them and to be in that party in heaven, one way to come to Him is to pray to Him. Why not say this prayer with me? Dear God, I admit that I have sinned against you. I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sin, and I want to follow you now, whatever the cost. Amen. If this prayer reflects the desire of your heart, Christ has come into your life and He will never leave you. We would love to talk to you. Please contact us at this website.